Hello Libra, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 10th going to the 16th of April. I was going to say August. What happened in August? Of April, maybe just because they sound similar. They both start with an A. So let's see what's going on for you guys. I got my headphones in just because my my cable stopped working for my microphone, so is what it is. All right, for Libra, please. Ooh. And some tarot cards, please. Spirit, overall energy, please, for this week for Libra. One more. Or two, lol. Okay, interesting. You seem to be getting a message this week. Or an announcement of some kind. Ooh. Right, I'm just going to sink into this energy so I can really give you the best messages that I can from this and the most accurate, because what seems to be happening is Spirit is just wanting to let you know that they are guiding you. If you're ever taken away from a situation, or if something kind of just unfolds and drastically, it is out of guidance from them. It is because something wasn't serving you anymore. You need to move forward. You know, a lot of the time when you're protected like this, you will find that things just stop working, or like, you know, people come out of your life or whatever. It's because there is something just not serving you and not aligned with you. Some of you have moved away from a very toxic situation, all right, where there may have been some addictions involved. I kind of get like very like limited mindset, fear-based. This is someone who is very like closed. And because on the bottom of the deck here is a Five of Swords, Three of Wands, and a Devil energy, which seems to be like, I think you might be waiting to hear from this person. Like you've walked away, and I feel like either you or them knows that something is unfinished. I think it is you that knows it's unfinished, only because in your energy still, you're that Nine of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. So it's only like you feel on edge. You feel like it's only a matter of time before this energy pops back up again. So there is this anticipation. As you can see, there is this energy of looking behind. And I'm seeing that with this. There could have been addictions involved, okay? Did I say that already? Like, this could be a temptation, all right? This is just a very toxic, if it's a person, it's a toxic energy. If it's old traits and ways of being that you've moved away from, okay, or old environments, then this could just be a big fear of yours, is going back to old habits, you know. So I'm seeing you getting good news, but I do feel like there is this fear coming through with the Wheel of Fortune, that you're really on edge about something coming back in, or something repeating itself. Because the Wheel of Fortune is like, oh, what are we gonna get? You know, it's like, what's gonna happen? And I think because you have been going through something and you've been through something here, Libra, you're kind of on edge with that. This is a wounded warrior vibe. This is kind of like, okay, I've just been through something. I'm getting ready for the next, you know, always being on guard. You guys might, you know, have very, what's the word for it? When you're just always on edge, you know, you're in survival mode. Okay, this was a sense of abandonment, heartbreak, you know, all of that stuff. It doesn't surprise me. Can I clarify what this good news is, though? Because you are receiving some an announcement here, and it's good financially. It's to do with maybe you're going to get like an upgrade, all right? Some of you could find yourself financially well off within this time. You could be getting a lot of luck with finances, you know, with your growth as a person here. It's enjoying yourself, enjoying the luxuries here financially, okay? So things are looking up for you financially. Someone could be gifting you something this week. You could be getting promoted. That's what I'm seeing here. I kind of feel like you and somebody else might be collaborating together, or this could just be that conversation that's leading towards this like raise. Like we have a lot of pentacles and a lot of like boss energy coming through. So this is looking really good for you, Libra. Like this is the good news that's coming in for you this week. But like you are in anticipation. I think that you're Let me just clarify this energy. The Two of Wands, it's kind of like you can't really fully enjoy the things that you're building because of something that you have left behind. You're anticipating failure already before it's even happened. Like, you're getting good things, but because you've just come from a very difficult background, environment, whatever it may be, relationship, you're on edge that that's going to come back in the future. In your oracle deck, we have higher power. So this is about trusting your intuition. So maybe you are correct, but maybe there is this, or maybe they're asking you to call in that higher power to see things clearly. Can I just clarify the higher power, please? And when I say that, it feels like, okay, so you have an angel definitely looking out for you, by the way, with temperance. This is saying when things are balanced. By the way, the temperance energy always trumps the devil energy, by the way, because when we are in this period of actual, like, I know it's not a card of analyzing, but in this case, I'm seeing it as such because it's about patience, it's about balance, it's about making sure that we, it's kind of like testing things out, you know, as you can see, it's getting the perfect balance between these two elements that is mixing here, whilst being grounded. Is kind of doing a lot in one. So it's asking for your patience, and when you are patient and when you feel in the flow, that devil energy can't get to you. So if you're ever feeling like worried about it, then they're asking you to slow down and reconnect to yourself. Trust in your guidance that you will always be taken away from things that have been damaging to you. Maybe some of you have a bit of PTSD here about a situation that unfolded. You have regeneration here, which is saying that when you're protected, as you can see, you will always be pulled away from the darkness and into the light. It just is what it is. You do, though, by the way, have fork in the road coming up. So just be aware of distractions at this time. This is being at a crossroads. Let me just clarify what that could mean. What's this fork in the road energy, please? I feel like this is just fear that's trying to trick you when it comes down to your decision making. We have the King of Wands and the Sun, which is all about clarity and certainty, by the way. So King of Wands, there could be someone who's going to come through that's going to really help you out in terms of your sense of direction. It's kind of asking you to always follow what makes you happy, by the way, the things that fuel you, even if it doesn't look the best financially or whatever. It's really asking for you to pay attention to what makes you ambitious, what really fuels your fire, what are you good at. Even if it's not something that you're completely amazing at now, it's something that you can continue to pursue and get better at because you already love it, you know. So you're being asked to pursue your passions here. The regeneration card is coming through the Page of Cups and the Seven of Swords. There is sneaky, deceptive, stealing, cheating, lying energy coming through with this, and maybe an apology from somebody who you experienced that with. Because I was clarifying the regeneration, so this is something that you feel is going to come back in. And it does seem like that is the case. This is someone who may be wanting a compromise here, but just be aware this person is still sneaky. Just pay attention to what you give your time and energy to. You don't need to give your time and energy to anyone, by the way. You're not obliged to. So maybe it's about placing the right boundaries here. And I feel like you've been moved away from the situation already. But yeah, that devil energy is still lingering in your deep subconscious mind. With the moon and the devil here, we have to deal with some emotions that are addressed around this. Because it does feel like it's instilling some fear into you, which is then instilling fear into your plans. So this needs to be addressed here. And the Queen of Cups. So this is about having that emotional maturity to move forward, to move on, to know what it is that you have to offer, and understand that there will always be someone here who's able to appreciate that properly. You may have moved away, okay? You may be traveling, but this is really actively, emotionally moving away from a situation, which I feel like you're doing already. And you've already left something behind here, Libra. You may be finding new true love, by the way. Again, something that you're being guided towards by the angels. Don't go back to anyone from the past. That's one thing I'm going to say. Of course, you have complete control over what you want to do. But if you're worried about something coming back through again, it's already a sign that you should not repeat that. I think you're emotionally moving away from it anyways, to a point of where you're not going to feel so worried about it, because you're going to feel very protected moving forward, okay? So the Two of Wands is coming through with the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So it does look like an opportunity is coming in very, very quickly. But it feels like when you are ready to let go of the old, which is here, all right, you've outgrown a situation, you're ready to move away from a situation. Some of you may actually be moving. Then this is where something really does speed up for you. The Knight of Swords is really chasing that Ace of Wands. Yeah, things speeding up for you. You guys are going to come across a very important conversation with you and somebody else. This feels like a new person, or someone who's just going to open some pathways for you. This is not screaming love for me, but if it is about love in general that you're kind of anticipating, worried about, and on edge about, which actually some of you it will be, the World and the Cups is also, the Ace of Cups is also there. So some of you could be meeting a new person in this new beginning, and this is going to really teach you what true love is about, by the way. Could be a fire sign. All right, Sagittarius, Leo, specifically Leo, Aries. Because when you're able to let go of the old and understand that you've moved past that, you've outgrown that, you know that you're not going to be the same way that you was, accept the same things that you did, or attract the same people that you did. All right, when you understand that you've already learned that lesson, moved away from it, stop being on edge about it, ready to open up to it, that things are really going to speed up in terms of your love life and your relationships. I'm also seeing you kind of chasing ambition a little bit more. One thing I'm going to say is make sure that we don't have any, like, I know that it's not selfish intentions as in like we are conscious of doing it, but just be aware of any unconscious selfish intentions here. You know, wanting things to go at your pace and your time and this, you know, be careful of that. Because this does look good, and this is a soulmate, by the way. You are also healing from your past, so make sure you're not rushing yourself either. But this is a very clear, very honest, completely honest connection. High Priestess with the Ace of Swords is like everything is out in the open here, okay? You could be really discovering old truths from your past that you didn't notice at first, and now they're coming to light. This is all going to help you towards your growth here. But it feels like it's in this time of thinking, contemplation, ready to move forward, that you're going to really understand the lessons of the past. And again, we have that money coming in. Great work coming through for you, okay? Yeah, I'm seeing that you are really being seen for someone who's working super hard, okay? You could have this energy that people just love, okay? You're putting your heart and soul into what it is that you're doing, specifically financially as well. If you've been working super hard on something, it's been taking its time, but you've chosen not to give up. This is why you're being rewarded for it. You have 11 here with the Four of Wands, celebration, success, socializing, a party, a celebration, all right? So good things are happening, but just be careful of being on edge, because the Wheel of Fortune is going to go in your favor, but this like stress is just really not uncalled for. I understand where it's coming from, because you're like, you've been through the worst, so you're anticipating some, you know, what ifs, and you know, it's the what if energy. But this is just saying things are going to work out. Just don't get yourself stuck based on distractions or fear. Okay, you've already been moved away from something that's been very difficult. Again, that Queen of Cups is coming through. You're managing your emotions a lot better, and this is something you're still working on. So just remind yourself, you have a lot to offer the world, okay? As long as you're protecting your heart space, that's fine, but don't completely shut out, okay? Or if you don't want to open up to love just yet, don't close off to it, but maybe prioritize healing over connections that do come through, of course. You should never really create a barrier, but you should have boundaries, you know. That's what I really want to see. And if someone does come along who, you know, is really healing for you, and someone who's super good intention, always prioritize your healing anyways. But there's no harm in having these kinds of people around you. Anything else for Libra? Yeah, you are moving away from conflict. It's the same things coming up here. Because we have the Six of Cups, the Five of Wands. Try not to repeat the past in terms of like in your mind over and over again. This is really asking for you to choose to move away from it. Okay, to not engage in those thought processes that are demanding you to remember those fights and to remember those arguments and to remember the things that happen, because this will always carry on. Like, you're not going to get out of that situation. It's all it's going to do is bring in that fear, bring in that, you know, kind of, our memories, our brains, don't really know the difference between a thought and something that you're actively going through. So if you are remembering something, and of course emotions are attached to those memories, then your body is acting as if you're going through that, which is why you get those heart palpitations or the anxiety that comes in, the anger, you know, and frustration. So you're putting your body through it multiple times when it only didn't even need to go through it once. You know, it's really understanding that there are times and places and situations where we can sit in that energy when it's healing for us. And when you are ready to do that, then it's good to look at the truth of a situation. But do not go back and engage in your mind or if people do come back to you in these arguments. It's not needed, Libra, okay? What they're wanting you to focus on, because you can't do both. You can either be stuck in a loop here, or you can choose to free yourself from the chaos and conflict and move towards a calmer life. Okay? Calmer emotions. Of course. You have a great things coming in. If in terms of career that you're wanting to be in a spotlight, this actually does look really good with that King of Wands and the Sun card that came out for that. The initial H is coming through for maybe your career, okay? Don't know why, but it is what it is. And you have the Sun card coming again. So good positivity coming through in terms of your career, okay? For a lot of you guys. And again, for some of you, this could be like theatrical, because you do with that red thing being, you know, removed, being thrown, you know, it's like a reveal. But anyway, you have some good news coming in and a lot of growth. That's what the Sun can represent also. Anything else for Libra? You have Lion. This is saying time to act. All right. Which is again Leo energy. You also have older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. And you do also have the Tower, which in this deck is actually about a solid foundation and success with effort. So some of you are going to take action upon an opportunity that's going to build a very solid foundation. This could be a relationship as well. You also have Grasshopper, okay, which is saying situations in a balance that require careful handling. Okay, so when we say time to act, it's important to act correctly and to pay attention to what it is that you're doing. And as I said, don't go like rushing into anything. Take your time, however long you need, to balance yourself before going into something. You'll be shown the way, which is very nice, and that's what we had with the Higher Power card here, and Yoke. So this is your feelings now, feeling tied down or frustrated. So you're going to be getting that kind of freedom, and you are getting rewards for the work that you have done also here, Libra, okay? Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life, which is very beautiful to see. This is really about, yeah, this catalyst moment for you. So much growth is coming through. It's electricity, if you think about it as like thunder, which kind of is coming through up here. Lightning, should I say. It's kind of like coming from above down here. So it's kind of like manifesting. You're kind of initiating a spark between the two worlds, but between the, what do you call it? Yeah, between the two worlds, between spirit, all right, and the ethers. That's what I was going to say. You're bringing it down to this reality, which is lovely to see. We do have a lot of lion energy coming through for you. All right, it says be generous of spirit. So this is about making sure that we're giving, okay, and being grateful for what we have. That lion energy is coming through strong, so I don't know if there's some significance there, but anyways, my lovely, I wish you guys all the best, sending you all my love. Just remember, you are completely capable of creating a complete new destiny for yourself, and you guys are moving forward, traveling, emotionally moving forward to healing the things that you need to heal, and amazing things are coming for you in terms of your career, finances, or your stability in life. All right, being in the spotlight for some of you, or just growth in general. Just be aware of this fear that they wanted to highlight for you this week. Okay, I love you guys. I wish you all the best, and I will see you guys next time.